Today's topic is really about making writing a daily habit. And so if you've got 5 minutes, I've got 5 tips to help you get there, to make it your daily habit. Anyone who wants to get better at anything, whether it's downhill skiing, whether it's baking, or whether it's writing, needs to learn the craft and needs to practice and needs to do that on a regular basis. The truth is that if you think about a competitive athlete, for example, that athlete will spend much more time on practice than on competitions. And just like that competitive athlete, a writer who hopes to publish things someday will spend more time on the writing and the practicing the writing and getting better at the writing than on necessarily writing something for publication. In other words, thinking of writing not only in terms of the outcome, but also in terms of the process. And that's where a daily habit of writing comes in. But before I get to that, let's make sure we all understand what habits are. The Cambridge Dictionary defines a habit this way: something that you do often and regularly, sometimes without knowing that you are doing it. As far as I'm concerned, this is a terrific definition for writers. It means that you write often, it means that you write regularly, and it means that you don't need to even think about it. It just becomes like breathing, that you wouldn't go through a day without breathing, you wouldn't go a day without writing something. And that doesn't necessarily mean writing 5,000 words on that novel that you'd like to finish. It just means writing something. So here are my tips. Tip number 1, start small. I would suggest you begin your regular writing habit by setting aside no more than 5 or 10 minutes a day that you will devote to writing that you know you will, and you might have to actually schedule that in your planner. Give yourself a notification on your phone that this is the time when you sit down and you write for 5 minutes. Don't say you're going to sit down to write for an hour or 2 hours when you begin. Start small as a daily kind of thing. Start with 5 minutes of writing, and do it in a journal that you keep with you, or do it for 10 minutes, but start small. As far as I'm concerned, a few minutes of writing every day is far better for you in terms of improving your writing than one marathon session every month. Tip number 2 is stop thinking about the end product and just be in the process of writing. Writing is actually a fairly simple act, but when you really think about it carefully, it is really only something you can do in the moment. Yes, there are lots of other things that writers do. I spend time doing research, outlining, those kinds of things, but when you're actually writing, you have to be in the present moment. So no matter what it is that you're writing, be there for that writing at that time. Don't keep thinking about whether or not you're going to be able to use this piece of writing in something else or whether you're going to be able to publish it, but be in that moment. Tip number 3, if you slip up and you miss a day, get back on track as quickly as you can. Things happen in life. We all feel unmotivated from time to time, but when you find yourself slipping a day or two and you haven't written anything, quickly get back at it. Set yourself a notification on your phone or on your personal assistant and make sure that you get back on track and start writing again. Tip number 4, stop trying to find the easy way. There is no magic bullet. There is no free lunch when it comes to writing. Good writing comes from lots of practice. I think it's important to internalize the idea that talent is important, but a habitual writing exercise on a daily basis is probably going to be even more important to you over the long term. Tip number 5 is be quiet. Just shut up. Just stop posting things online. Just stop trying to interact with other people and embrace a little bit of silence in your life from time to time. This goes along with writing every day. Be quiet when you're doing it. I say shut up and pay attention and then write. It seems everyone these days is talking about how to break bad habits. What I'm talking about is trying to create an essential one and a good habit for you to have every day of your life. My favorite writing guru, Natalie Goldberg, wrote the following in her first writing book, Writing Down the Bones. It's pretty nice to be talented. If you are, enjoy, but it won't take you that far. Work takes you a lot further. Let's all get back to work. That's it for me today. Talk to you soon. Subscribe to Write, Fix, Repeat, and maybe I can help you improve your writing knowledge and skills. 5 tips at a time.